Hello everyone and welcome back to the Spearhead cast with me, Matt. I have 1v1 for you all here on Anglo Farms, a classic Combat Heroes 1 map ported to Combat Heroes 2. It's an Eastern Front battle. Let's go for the players. We have Professor playing as the Soviet Union without a commander choice yet. And we have Stockholm Mulvey, the main developer of Spearhead 2 at the moment, playing as Ostdivision for the Wehrmacht. Only with Osttruppen coming onto the field to stop the oncoming Soviets. See what the Soviets do, but the fact they've not picked a commander yet means they might be waiting to see what the Soviets have gone before they decide. That's at least what I wager. Now, Angloville is a very small 1v1 map, and a classic one. Let's see what happens from it, but we are already seeing lots of Osttruppen coming up for Stockholm Mulvey. So I guess we have a lot of Eastern Europeans and Volkdeutsche, who is essentially being sent to try and hold back the, Soviets. Simple as that. Lots of Osttruppen right there, more Osttruppen securing more territory. Wonder when the Russians will encounter them. Oh, we also have a commander choice. It is Rifle. Oh god, it's Rifle versus Ost. That's an intriguing choice. Also, we are seeing Stockholm Mulvey's clean cover early, or side blockers, to allow their machine guns and units to have a better line of fire later, I think. Now, I'm not sure what Osttruppen will do in prolonged engagements against lots of conscripts. They don't have a submachine gunner as their squad leader, they only have Kar-98s. And now the Soviets are going to overrun them. Because they only have Kar-98s, and they have relatively low quality troops, they can get overrun pretty easily. And the conscripts are close. The conscripts do have a squad leader with PPSH. And this was the Soviet Sapasov.
We have lost a squad.
Now, conscript loss from Osttruppen is probably in favor of the Soviets, to be honest. Grenade going out from the Osttruppen. Suppress them, that's exactly what they wanted. More Soviet troops are coming up. Now, the Soviets could use grenades and molotovs here. That's another dead Osttruppen squad. And the PPSHs are really paying off. And that's another dead Osttruppen squad. And that's the power of the Soviet Union early on, everyone. Osttruppen are really not the best kind of quantity troop. But they are a quantity troop that's fairly cheap for the Wehrmacht to get. I think this might be the conscript. Maxim coming out for the Soviet Union. Yep, that's the conscript squad. So both sides have lost a fair few units already. Germans have more terrain, that's more important because they got a field point. Soviets have not secured theirs yet.
The enemy has cut off a sector.
And more Osttruppen get into the field here. I guess we'll have a lot of rifles fighting in this field. More conscripts going onto the field here, and because they are playing as rifle, when they get to 2 command points, this cost is going to drop from 180 to 150, I think. Is it 160? It might be 160. But essentially means they're going to get 20 manpower cheaper troops. We're also seeing Fontaviki coming out, more baseline Soviet infantry that can definitely take the fight to the Osttruppen with these. Especially if equipped properly. These are professional soldiers of the Soviet Union. They're trained and generally well disciplined compared to the conscripts. Already being armed with a DPM. So Osttruppen are securing the field point here. Maxim setting up in one of these central structures. That's going to be way too much fire on them. And they're pulling back. They did get suppressed though, so they have to fall back. You know what, the Soviets are securing the northern flank. Pioneers are pulling back. But the Soviets are starting to get a lot more manpower on the field here. Let's see, they should be cheaper. Yeah, it's 160. Because they got to 2 command points. The cheaper conscripts can always be a nice thing. Now, the Osttruppen are not going to be able to get any upgrades unless it's the trench magazines until they get veterancy. The trench magazines, however, I would say is generally a worthwhile investment if you have the munitions simply because it doesn't take up a weapon slot, so you can always just have it on him. EPM is suppressing them. Ability to get a grenade out. Maxim to get behind. Grenade in return. Fontaviki and Maxim working together against Ostrup is a deadly combination. But a grenade going out. A lot of maneuvering here. Oh, Panzerfaust going out. Oh, and they shot a Panzerfaust straight at the Maxim. Whoa. That is some pinpoint accuracy right there. That's actually a thing you can do with Panzerfaust. Pretty dangerous. Also, new arrive with Panzerfaust, which is a really nice thing about them. They can also lay booby traps. Commissar has arrived for the Soviet Union. Up here in the northern flank by the looks of it. Which conscripts overrunning. Hamkov sent on the field. Which Osttruppen will benefit from, I believe. Unlike Strafttruppen, which were changed to not benefit from it. Osttruppen are pushing forward here. There is a Commissar behind on Gebaldeladnung going out. That's definitely going to suppress the Soviets. No, except the Commissar ordered a charge. But they are now easier to hit. But they are very accurate thanks to the Commissar nearby.
A squad of infantry has been killed.
That looks like it might be... Yeah, that's artillery. I thought it was propaganda artillery briefly. Very different match. I like to see 1v1 maps, matches that are like this. A little bit more different than we normally see. Looks like the Commissar has a revolver. Then a gunned revolver, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the Osttruppen are forced to fall back again. Indeed, we are seeing the Osttruppen being upgraded with veterancy. Which means they could start to get weapons. Actually, no, they need to be veterancy too. Veterancy 3 if you want to give them an Panzerbüchse or an LMG 42. Veterancy 2 will give them an extra man though. So you can actually start to have 6-man squads. And you can also give them the SVT 40s. Which is a captured Soviet weapon, obviously. There's a lot of captured Soviet weapons. But I don't think the Osttruppen are equipped to deal with a crowd mower coming in here. Quad 50 cals provided by the Americans. Germans still have a surprising amount of territory, but they don't hold that munitions down there. That's gonna be a lot of veteran Osttruppen suddenly. And if they get the munitions, suddenly there'll be 6-man squads, which will be a big deal, I think. An extra rifle should never be underestimated. It's generally why Soviet troops are a little bit better than people realize. An extra unit is always handy. Pillbox being set up, that's not going to work if the crowd more spots it before it's done. If it does get set up though, I don't think the 50 cals will pierce a concrete bunker. And that Osttruppen squad is in danger. Yeah, 2 already mowed down and ripped one of the guys was ripped to shreds, literally.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
There's a lot of Osttruppen here. Looks like the Commissar is not going to get out of there. Yeah, Pioneers on the retreat path. And Pillbox is almost operational. They could use the terrain blockers here to try and get a cheeky Panzerfaust on it. The crowd also turns its turret very slowly. You know, the Soviets are securing the field in the southern flank. MT-42 being equipped on the bunker here. Grenade going out. Forcing the conscripts to move. But the Osttruppen are lacking in the aiming. There's still the PPSH. Oh! Panzerfaust on the crowd mower. That's definitely the opening the Osttruppen needed. Not a pillbox going up. Ost Division can really be very defensive, by the way. It's one of the most defensive commanders the Germans have access to. All about digging in. Very fits them a lot, actually. That's kind of the point. Maxim is killing off the Osttruppen here. And Soviets are still busy with their Fontaviki securing the other flank. Germans could scavenge this for a little bit extra resources, but they're clearing more terrain by the looks of it. Only 4 Osttruppen squads, so that's not a lot of Osttruppen. Another Osttruppen squad going on. It looks like the Germans are relying almost entirely on non-Germans to do this work. And these conscripted Eastern Europeans might not do that much. Or it's just what the Germans are relying on for delaying action here. So here comes the Soviets. Yeah, that's a dead squad.
An infantry squad has been killed.
Ostruppen are taking very heavy losses, but a lot of bunkers and defenses are being established slowly. This flank is basically secured.
To steal our sector.
And that's a commando bunker being equipped with medics, so they're actually gonna have a full-on operational base from there. They can even call in the Romanians and Hungarians. Perhaps we're gonna see Hungarian or Romanian battle groups. If Dr. Moldy gets the manpower.
Is now a field.
That would be cool.
Let me get just one more.
Then we would see a lot of Ostlegion troops, basically. Troops that are not actually Germans. From the Germany's allies fighting here. I really hope we get to see that, but that's a lot of manpower. HC-76 coming out, which could be a problem because the Ostrom are lacking in stuff to deal with that. And Maxima suppressing. Like, they could get the 3rd Romanian anti-tank army to deal with the HC-76. That would be something they could do. Because I don't think a Romanian rifle Kampfgruppe is gonna work. Germans are ready to move again. Wait, is that like a thing they planned that you only can build Ost? Because I would say the East, the Germany's allies would make a lot of sense to call in then. Wait, what? Ost only? And trouble, so he can airdrop in supplies and AT guns then. That's annoying because I would really thought it'd been cool to see the see these guys. That is a... Okay, it looks like they have like a planned game, basically.
I suppose you have orders.
That'd be interesting enough to see, I guess. MG34 and Pack 40 here. That's gonna give the Ost Legion a little bit more to work with. They are lacking in manpower, though. Guards coming out for the Soviet Union. Unique squad available to rifle. Division, you can only have one of at a time. Most of them are doing surprisingly well despite the circumstances. HC-76 will be a big trouble though because of the high explosives. That's a DPM. Looks like the sappers will run to get it though. But they're not grabbing it. There we go, now they grabbed it. Denying it to the Ostruppen. Have to get out there before HC-76 fires again. Missed, that's good for them. Here's the guard squad being equipped with DPM and SVTs. Scope the SVT at that. This is definitely very intriguing, so it's just an Ostruppen game and nothing else.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
If they get the munitions in stockpile, I would say getting the extra man might be worthwhile. And I also think it's annoying that he gotta get the battle groups. The battle groups are cool. Why would you not allow them to get the Ost battle groups? But the Hungarian and Romanian armies we rarely see used. D-34 commands to the fields. HC-76 present. Those side blocker here for the pack. Hitting the pioneers. Oh, good attack round though. Very nice job with the pack. And D-34 sitting up. Russians too close though. Propaganda tell me going over it. High explosive from the pack. Ostruppen they're getting some good fire out. Egg grenade. I'm honestly surprised Ostruppen are faring this well. I think this pillbox is helping a lot on the flank down there. Thomas has to pull back here. And T-34 is coming up. Veteran C3 Osttruppen means they can get an MG34. Definitely an upgrade you would want on them.
Our forces increase. We are losing a sector.
You know, the Soviets are securing the other flank here with their guards and sappers. More conscripts going onto the battlefield. And the airdrop pack has definitely worked out, and the airdrop MG34. Supplementing his force pretty well. Doing some more side blockers here. Most of them can't even leave the base here because of the guards. T-34 down. Man, most of them are doing great. I'm honestly surprised. But I guess Stock not really knows how to use them. We have Veteran 2 up. No, not yet. I guess he's waiting for the man. He could get it now. Quite an investment though. There would be an all future Osttruppen arrive at Veteran 2. More scavenging. The Mthis succeed. That's not a good position for those Osttruppen there. It's a good grenade throw. Does deny the cover at least.
The enemy is taking our
But the air grenade is not that powerful. It's a very unremarkable grenade. And the 34 setting up. Flak setting up. Oh yeah, that's the thing they can do. Osttruppen can build lots of defenses. So a flak cannon right there will definitely do a lot of issues for the Soviets, I think. More airdrops coming in. That's another pack and another MG, I think. Yep, another MG34 and another pack.
The frontier building has been lost.
I still think you should be allowed to use the battle groups, personally. I just think it would be a cool idea. Osttruppen coming up here at force. That's a big Osttruppen force right here. 15 men. And if the munition starts to roll in, he could start getting the extra man. Meanwhile, the guards are slowly pushing up here.
Mortar team reports ready for combat.
Man, that's a lot of rifles.
The sector has been cut
Soviets are taking heavy losses against these guys. They also start to get very veteran, which does pay off. That's a Molotov though. So it looks like the Osttruppen are pulling back briefly again. While others are circling southwards to try and stop these guards. That's going to be a hard fight.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
We are seeing Veteran 2 upgrade going out. Oh, they're getting Geballte-Ladungs instead of air grenades. Okay. That's a big upgrade for them, but they're starting to take heavy losses here. The guards are moving them down with relative ease. They've only lost one guy, actually. Double Osttruppen are being sent in to replace the losses. The wonderful thing is, the Kampfkraft Center, that's just going to mean they arrive at Veteran 2 at the start. So no need to get them to fight to veterans to vet them up. Pretty big deal.
A new unit has arrived.
They arrive Veteran 1 currently, but once that upgrade is done, we Veteran 2s everywhere. With more MG34s are being set up here. That one's probably a plan for one of the buildings. The Geballte-Ladung was planned there, but the guards are pulling back. Yeah, look how effective these guards are. Very effective Soviet squad. That's the reason you can only have one of them in the field at a time.
The enemy has taken our supply sector.
This MG is going to set up behind here, makes sense. But also put them in here. That's actually a very good avenue right here. It can cover the entire stretch, actually. People can mostly flank around here, though, but they'll still be shot if it turns its gun fast enough. Here comes the Osttruppen force again. That's a minefield. So the Osttruppen can just move around it. Soviets have actually taken a lot of losses here. They're actually outnumbered by all these Osttruppen. And here comes more Soviet conscripts. I think if the Osttruppen starts to get the... Oh, they have, this one already have the extra man. They just... It's not on them at the moment. But they have got the upgrade. So you might start to see 6-man Osttruppen squads coming out now. Conscripts can still overwhelm them though without any unique weapons like MG34s or something. Or semi-automatic rifles. Like the SVT-40s. Looks like the Germans are just pulling back. No decide to stay there.
The enemy is taking our territory.
So it's now securing that flank pretty competently. Indeed, one of the MT-34s went inside this structure, makes sense. It's got a good overwatch position. More supplies airdropped into the base. Looks like it's going to be another MT-34 in the back. Yep. Lots of support teams, support points you can just airdrop in if you're playing as Ostdivision. Only a handy thing. There's a 6-man squad. These guys are the 6-man one. It also doesn't take up a weapon slot, by the way, so... 6-man Oststruppen are generally worth it, I think. Oh, Soviets are going for the base. Good shot. So the MG was taken out though, but the pack is still operational. And SU-76 is down. Great assault coming in from the conscripts. A little bit too late, they can still recruit that thing. And now the 6-man Oststruppen on the flank. Guards in the rear overwatch position. They're in a very good overwatch position, by the way. These guys will get a lot of kills with these. They're actually veterans of 5. Scoped SVTs and DPM. Lethal combination. Need to be careful. Oh, high explosive missed there. Lucky for the guards. Even for pushing up the road. High explosive loaded. Yeah, Oststruppen on the flank though. It's immobilized. Guys need to be somewhat cautious. There are a lot more Oststruppen nearby. They don't heal out of combat. Yeah, they're about to go run, I think. They're great going in. Yeah, guards have to get out there. But it might be too late, that's a lot of rifles. Yeah, guards down, that's a big loss for the Soviet Union. Oststruppen is Besttruppen. Lots of Oststruppen. They don't even need to have upgraded weapons at the moment, just the extra man for one of the squads is all that's been done to them. And a few Gebalde-Ladungs. Yeah, we could actually go for the 3 Oststruppen right out the gate now. Which I suppose if you're playing like this, might as well, I'd say. Why not just have veterans of 3 Oststruppen there all the time? Conscripts are definitely not doing enough. That's for damn sure. I think changing from conscripts to more Frontaviki with DPM might be the better call. At least in my opinion. But all these Oststruppen are becoming very, very potent. But more of them starting to get extra men. Maxim being prepared by the Germans as well. Well, I probably shouldn't really say Germans at this point. Literally, they only have one German unit, and that's their pioneers. The rest are Osttruppen. Now, the conscripts can still show up in force most of the time, but that might not be possible soon enough. Pack is supporting the Besttruppen here. Also the MG34. DP on the side, but it's actually working out pretty well. Because they do get suppressed pretty fast, I'm pretty sure. Because they are considered poor quality infantry. MG34 is going to open fire here though. And looks like he might get out of that. Yep, lucky.
Su-76, go ahead.
And Stock is using a lot of the terrain and a pack front to scare off any Soviet vehicles. The Soviets are definitely in trouble here.
Enemy forces capturing supply sector.
Another Panzerfaust going in on the Maxim. Let's look at fired though. They're great going up, but that's a lot of conscripts. Mortar being hit though. The Ladung from this one. Like these Besttruppen are doing an amazing job at keeping the Soviets back. Oh man, god, the Maxim got destroyed by the Ladung right there. And the fact they all come with Panzerfaust is a very big deal at dealing with vehicles. Let's see, I definitely don't think the Soviets expected this kind of resistance from these Eastern Europeans.
Enemy forces are attempting to
I'm trying to attack ground, but it looks like the pack is better at attacking ground. Missed. Threw a grenade out the hatch and was trying to. He can recover that vehicle actually.
Another vehicle has been lost in the defense of the Rodina.
And looks like the Besttruppen are strong enough now to win at long-range engagements with rifles. Thanks to the extra person. And their veterancy, of course. So the Besttruppen are getting very, very powerful as we speak. I think Stock actually has the munitions to start arming them with MG34s if they want. Or even the trench magazines. I don't see why you wouldn't get the trench magazine. Just means they can shoot 20 more bullets before they have to be. This is only viable when you're stuck. That's funny. Oh, MG34 is definitely a problem here.
We are losing a sector.
Ladung going out, lots of Ladungs. Soviets are taking heavy losses. The Soviets are just lacking in the infantry they need here. Like, the Besttruppen are allowing the Wehrmacht to have enough field power, or field pressure to just deal with all the conscripts. An elephant coming out, that's a big deal. That'll stop any Soviet tank in the future. I mean, this battle is basically in the hands of the Wehrmacht right now. More guards coming out. Definitely their best choice in terms of infantry to deal with this. But the veterancy upgrade is definitely aiding the Germans a lot, and that's why you actually get it if you have the resource to spare. It can really help you a lot, especially as the battle progresses. The MG34s are now being equipped on the Besttruppen. They're going to become a little bit more potent now. Little bit, probably quite potent in all honesty. While it will not suppress, it does have a high rate of fire and high accuracy, so it will get a lot of a fair few kills. Guardsmen inside the building. That's a lot of machine guns. Oh, high explosive killed the squad though. They're still trying to repair that SU-76. Guards really needs to get their weapons. Ah, he doesn't have the munitions for it, that's the problem, okay. More guy, Ostrom nearby. Probably not about landing on the guards. Ah, well, get out of there. They will not. MG-34 smote them down. And the packs are still just threatening the tank, forcing it to stay at bay. HU-76 is ready though. And that's another Ostrom squad gone. Zappos could quickly go for that one, but I think this conscript's gonna snatch that MG-34. Yep. Conscript's not gonna get out of here alive though, I think. Here's the elephant.
The enemy is attacking one of our forward buildings.
Yeah, dead C-34.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Definitely looks to me like the Besttruppen have this covered. This was a very different and gimmicky game, I'll definitely say that. So interesting to see what players do sometimes. Pioneers have been equipped with MP40s, so they are a little bit more assault oriented right now. Which is not bad. Besttruppen got sight on this mortar. Well, Elephant knows where the target is though. Just need line of sight. It's gonna attack round though, yep. Good attack round right there. AT grenades being upgraded now for the conscripts. So you don't have to upgrade individually for all of them. You all just arrive with them. Guards and conscripts are charging. Pumpers are ordered to charge.
Enemy forces are capturing our supplies.
Guards on the flank here. Oh, but the Ostrom are just mowing around the conscripts. Heat shell being loaded here by the elephant. Not the most effective anti-infantry weapon, but I suppose they wanted to just scare them off. But Veteran C5 Ostrom are now on the field, and that's gonna be very hard to deal with, I think. And these are some really good infantry now, despite their poor status early on. But the Soviets are still trying though, that's also impressive. Not sure what Mthis can do against an elephant though. At least fondly. Because the elephant has pretty obscene levels of frontal armor. Oh, they even got the SU-76. Mthis gone. Oh, this I suppose is the power of Besttruppen. The power of Besttruppen. Yeah, alright. It's about time he calls the GG, I think. Hope you all enjoyed Besttruppen. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.